Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I'm on a roll today since I have a few minutes of spare time. I decided to do another update on Chainlink and where we're going to go in the long term and short term. I like to focus on the short term and keep the long term in mind just because it's that much more advantageous. I guess I'll point out the long-term projections first. This is the goal. The next 5 years, 222 to 263. 2 to 5 years. That's the goal. It's a humble goal, as that represents about 15x roughly from where we currently are, 14x. From the lows, it was actually a lot more, something like a 40x. So if you bout down here, oof, you're looking very nice. And as you can see, Link is currently making this very nice channel here. So going based off the channel, it looks like we're expected to reach there. Well, we should have reached it in 2023, but let's see, if we use the median line, we can probably expect it in April 2026 to July 2026. So somewhere around there, April to August, my apologies, 2026. So we have 2 years for roughly a 10x, 15x. It's not that bad if you ask me. So that's where we expect Chainlink to go, the long term. We know the count already. This is the Chainlink count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Primary 1, A, B, C. And you know, now that I think about it, it should really be, if this is a 1, it should be A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C down, somewhere lower here. So, in all modesty, the count should really be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But, you know, there can be some arguments as to whether this is a 3. This is a 3. Or this is a 3. You can argue for either case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Yeah. But for now, we'll leave this as a simple A, B, C, or W, X, Y, with the Y being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a ABC, ABC, 5. And, you know, alternatively, you can say that's what this here is. This could exactly not really be a 1, but it could be a greater degree W, X triangle, or X wave, impulse wave, with a corrective structure going all the way back down to the lows for a W, X, Y. Because if you notice, this is primary, this is intermediate, and this 1, or X, will also be an intermediate. This is intermediate WXY for a primary W, intermediate for a primary X, and an intermediate for a primary Y. So if this would be a primary W, primary X, primary Y, we would expect an intermediate W, intermediate X, intermediate Y. All that to say, if this rising wedge plays out, we'll be back at the lows. So long as we don't take take out the lowest low, which we won't. 99% sure we won't. We can count this as either as a 1 or a W or a XY. But for simplicity, let's count it as a 1. So this is a 1. We're looking at a 618 bounce for a 2. Next stop is 3, looking at $58. If this shape plays out all the way back down to these lows, we can have a deeper 2. We're just waiting to see if that's going to happen. There are times where this can just go down and then fake out and go back all the way up to the upside, and that's very possible. Very possible. If we go back to the daily, you'll see that our projection of the WXY played out to the T, or ABC, reaching that bottom here. Excuse the crazy stick projections. I just like to draw random squiggly lines to see what TA will play out, but whatever. So we wicked right off of that C wave. So it looks like we're doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave out of here into a primary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not primary, minor into a. No, this would not be minor. This would actually be minute into a minor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and completing the intermediary. There we go. There we go. So that's where we could be. Now let's look at the wave, at the trend. The trend is looking bearish right now on the daily. If we get rejected here, that's a problem. But we held support here. That's bullish. And looking at the RSI is giving me bullish divergence vibes here. Is this bullish? Let's see here. RSI is going down, price action is going flat. Is that flat price action? Don't know. I think it's flat. It's hard to tell. But in any event, the EMAs are looking really nice, really good. I think we hold up. We hold up for a 2, bounce off for a 3, and head to $60. You know, I think right now the MACD is not looking so hot, especially on the 2-week. RSI on the 2-week had a crossover. So let's just see. The trend is holding up, it looks like, very well. Will the momentum prevail? If it does, this pattern gets played out and goes to the bottom. All that to say is we go up or we go down. But honestly, it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see if we go below the 1195 618 level. If we do, we're probably going to play this pattern out. If it holds, we're probably going to continue. That's the best I can say. The only thing that's concerning me is the momentum. If the momentum goes, the price goes. So keep an eye on the momentum. And that's where we're headed with Link. Sleepy Bull out.